Hiya, fam. Welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm Joe.
I'm Dan.
Back to Vikings here. Which one?
This is the last episode of season 1. This is All Change.
All change. Last time we saw sacrifices
Yes, we did.
taking place, and Athelstan narrowly avoided it just by being a Christian,
Yes. King Horik also asked Ragnar for a favor,
which I guess is what they're about to go do.
so we might see some Viking on Viking action.
Interesting way of putting that, Dan.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's go and see what that's all about. Cheers to you, fam. Skull.
Skull. Oh, then of Jarl Borg.
All right, and he is a Swede.
Yes, he is.
You Borg. Sounds Swedish.
They let us dry ourselves and get warm.
There's no way to treat guests, whoever they are.
Especially if they've been traveling for days on end.
That's a tattoo alpha-ish.
A little bit.
Are you the emissaries from King Horik? You're wasting your time. It's my land, and I want it returned to me.
Oh, it's a land dispute.
Yep.
He wants to make peace with you.
Then tell him if he leaves my land, we can have peace.
That's not much of a compromise there.
What's your name?
Ragnar Lothbrok.
You are Ragnar Lothbrok, the one who sailed west.
Has he already got that much of a rep?
Yep.
Wow.
Everybody knows him.
Treat these folk well. Give them ale, let them dry out, feed them.
I thought Floki was about to strip down right there. Sheesh.
He might.
I have fears. Go to the seer. Ask if your fears will come true. It's sometimes better not to know one's fate.
You can't avoid it either way.
I would think so, yeah.
He's prepared to pay you to renounce your illegal claims.
I thought you'd come here with a serious purpose.
If you would just name your price.
The land is priceless.
Sounds like a serious purpose to me.
We're talking about a vast swathe of land, and on this land in the earth are minerals, things of great value. Why else would I assert my claim?
What's got under there? A bunch of iron or something?
What if my claim was acknowledged, but I was willing to lease the land back to the king during his lifetime? Or what if we deferred judgment on ownership, but shared the mineral rights?
Better.
Now we're compromising.
Can we start negotiating in this manner?
Why not?
Rollo, you're overstepping.
I've not been given the authority to negotiate.
You mean King Horik sent you here with nothing but a demand?
I don't know what is in his mind.
Well, then maybe you should ask him.
You're a bad negotiator there, Ragnar.
Yeah, I think so.
So in the meantime, why don't you and your men go and visit our famous ash tree? People even say it's Yggdrasil, the tree that holds up the sky.
No, it's not.
I would like one of your men to stay behind here as a kind of security.
They like their hostages, don't they? Damn.
My brother Rollo will stay behind.
Yeah, because you open your mouth too much.
He can handle himself.
I've had strange and disturbing dreams.
What happens in your dreams?
Dark shapes come to me at night. Monstrous forms. They skulk in the shadow, shapeless.
Oh, you're just having terrible night terrors.
That's what it sounds like.
What is it that they want?
To take something from you. Your husband is in danger. He is in danger from the magical world.
How? Answer me.
I was unwilling to speak, and I will say no more now.
Just gonna leave her like that?
What the hell kind of help is that?
I guess something bad's gonna happen, but I'm not gonna tell you what.
Don't lick his hand. God dang it. What is that? What kind of payment is that?
That's what he asked.
Something to sniff when you leave? I don't know.
I too had a brother. I loved him. We were very close, as befits blood brothers.
You killed him, didn't you?
Probably.
I was elected at the thing. We had a feast to celebrate. My wife was there. We just gotten married.
Doesn't sound good.
And all the others who stood for election against me. My brother poisoned them. All. My wife took the cup I was about to drink from and drained it herself in celebration.
Jesus.
That sucks.
I blinded him with my own hands. And then I burned him alive.
Damn.
Jesus. He had that coming, though.
All right, yeah.
Ragnar would never do such a thing.
Don't see him actually doing that. Yeah.
Unless Rollo instigated it.
Your brother is a great man. A great warrior.
As am I.
And yet I've never heard of you.
Why's everybody got to keep, like, blowing smoke up his ass here?
Because he keeps trying to say he's great, and everybody's like, well, who are you?
Rollo really wants to be famous, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
There's some excellent fishing upstream under the waterfall. I will go.
And I also. 3 eyes are better than one.
Yeah, get down, you fool!
You, look away!
Hey,
Look away at once!
you buzzkills, get out of here.
I'm blind, see? I can't see anything. Ah!
Oh! Oh!
That's serious.
Improper.
We are strangers here, traveling to the great ash tree, guests of your board.
Yeah, so chill the hell out.
Then why didn't you say so at once?
We will just return to our horses then.
You spied on me.
Yeah, and I'd do it again. All right.
They say they are guests of Jarlburg.
We're traveling with Earl Ragnar Lothbrok.
Then I think old Ragnar owes me an apology on your behalf.
Well, he didn't do anything.
It's his men.
We just saw her bathing. What were we supposed to do?
Fish. And now I'm supposed to apologize for you two staring at her naked body.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Yep.
Who's she anyway to put such a high price on her nakedness?
We didn't ask.
God dang it, One Eye. Come on.
One eye and one brain cell.
I invite her here to join us. Neither dressed nor undressed. Neither hungry nor full.
What?
Neither in company nor alone.
What kind of stupid bullshit is that?
Oh, see, she figures it out.
Show up in my underwear, man. I don't know.
Well, I mean, yes, technically that works.
Eating a sandwich.
Well, she's got a pet.
Well, I'll be goddamn. She showed up like that?
Neither dressed nor undressed, neither hungry nor full, neither alone nor yet in company.
She wrapped up in a net.
Close enough.
I owe you an apology.
I accept.
Well, you could have... Okay, whatever. We all want to be extra right now.
My name is Auslog.
We're on our way to see the great ash tree. Will you come along, Auslug?
Something tells me she's gonna.
She's very interested, isn't she?
I visited my cousin a few days ago. She had just buried her young son. One day he was fine, and the next he caught a fever. Next day, she put him in the ground.
Well, that was fast.
And you're not feeling good? You just brought a virus into the town.
Mm-hmm. You can see her sweating.
Yeah.
She's, walking around everybody.
Yeah, touching things. She's really contagious right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've got Dark Ages COVID here.
More likely plague, but...
It's a plague.
Yeah.
Alright, so Kattegat's about to have problems.
Mm-hmm.
If this is Yggdrasil, then it must be the same tree that Lord Odin once hanged himself from.
That's interesting.
I hung from a windy tree.
It's a big tree.
For 9 long nights.
Good God. It's a dinosaur tree, man.
It's Treezilla.
Good Lord. Looks like the place where all those Avatar people live.
Oh, yeah.
Please, look after my daughter first.
Oh, my God. Look at how many people are getting sick.
Mm-hmm.
Heard both Siggy and Tiri here, it looks like. Ragnar's over here flirting it up. Of course, they don't know.
Yeah.
My father's making a fool of himself.
He's enjoying himself in the company of a beautiful woman. What's foolish about that? Someday you'll do the same thing.
If Lagertha were here, she'd cut his balls off.
Damn!
She might.
She might.
Your father and mother are a famous couple. They love each other. So don't begrudge your old man a little harmless fun, huh?
Well, he needs to be a better example for his children.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Rolo, you got a maid right now.
You're warm, you got maids.
Yes.
I trust all is to your satisfaction.
Treat me very well.
Which one would you like tonight?
Which one?
Why don't you take both of them?
Now you're talking.
I don't need to be bribed with women.
Well, I'll take one since you're offering.
Came to ask about Jarlborg. He wants to make a deal.
I'm not interested in deals.
Uh,
Ragnar will come to the right conclusion and make the right decision.
Don't you care if the negotiations fail?
Look.
is that some kind of metaphor?
Ragnar's supposed to be an assassin?
Floki just ran here 3 freaking days. No, Athelstan!
He's sick too. What's hitting everybody?
Oh no.
She looks bad.
Oh no.
I am going to die.
Don't say that, baby. You're gonna be fine.
You are not going to die. The seer might think that he is the only one in Kattegat with the gift of prophecy, but he's wrong.
You have a lot of years left ahead of you.
I hope so. Damn it, Siggy, you had to just go in there and cough.
My mother was the shield maiden Brunhilde.
Everyone knows the renown of your mother. Why did you come along with me?
Because I had no choice.
Ragnar.
You realize what your wife is going through right now, right?
I wish he did.
I know.
I'd want to see if he'd still be doing this bullshit.
No, he'd be too worried about his own kid.
Or are you doing that in everybody's presence?
Yep.
Damn it, Ragnar. Get your own tent. I feel like poor Bjorn is like just being neglected this whole time.
Kinda is, but all the more reason, like, why is he there?
I don't know. It's better for him to be there right now, considering what's going on in Kattegat, though.
Maybe for his own health, but...
I hate you.
I could not help myself.
Shall I tell that to Lagertha?
Ooh.
You cannot love her that much after all, no matter what you say, no matter what people think.
I don't care what people think. Of course I love your mother.
Aaron, he's an imperfect person. He's gonna do what he does.
Yeah.
Swear to me that it will not happen again.
I swear to you, it won't happen again.
Yes, you could keep that promise.
That's a freaking lie.
Mm-hmm.
I could see it in his eye. That was a freaking lie.
She's gonna send you out of the house next time.
They're all feverish. They gotta be.
There's nobody walking around town.
Are they just dying?
Just dying in the streets.
Lord, Kattegat's getting ravaged.
No kidding.
Oh no. Oh no. That's too bad. Nobody's safe from it.
Nope. Don't matter what your station is.
Athelstan, he is so weak. He cannot eat.
Are we gonna lose everybody in this town?
It's looking that way.
Jesus.
Pray to the gods for him.
Just mass burying the bodies. Yeah, it's about all you can do.
They're gonna have a population problem.
Well, there's a few people standing around. I guess they're not all sick.
No, but they're all in despair from it.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt they're gonna think the gods are angry with them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
She wasted no time.
And Ragnar's already breaking his promise. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no. I said no.
I guess she said yes.
She don't care what you say.
No.
Okay. Good boy, Ragnar. For now. Bjorn wasn't there, he wouldn't have said no.
You know he wouldn't have.
We make this offering to you, hoping you will find it pleasing.
Oh.
There's more sacrifice.
Damn it. Poor goat. I don't know if a goat's gonna do it, man.
I mean, you just sacrificed 9 of them not that long ago. She gotta do something to calm the people's fears.
No, that's a good thing to do then, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll burn itself out eventually. It's got to.
Well, he's doing better.
Hey, he looks better. Oh, no.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I think that's Gita.
Oh.
Gita.
Yeah, she's gone.
I'm carrying your child.
What?
Well.
You just made him like yesterday.
Did the seer not promise you more sons?
How the hell does she know that? He's been telling her his secrets?
Somebody's been talking.
Jesus, Ragnar.
So y'all haven't been out there in the woods that long for somebody to get pregnant. Well, at least to know that they're pregnant.
You're out here cheating on your wife who's dealing with a disastrous plague, and you just lost your daughter and you're happy about having a son?
I don't know that he's happy about having a son. I think he's conflicted about the whole thing because he's realizing that the gods answered his prayers, but not in the way he wanted them to.
Now, tell us what you learned from King Horik. What compromises is he willing to make?
Can I not eat first?
No amount of time you waste is going to change the answer.
You might not like the answer, can I eat?
He said...
Loki, come on.
He will make no compromises. He say, you must name your price for the land.
Or?
He didn't say or.
Seems your mission has been entirely wasted. You and your men must leave here in the morning.
Not a waste for him. Well.
War.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's what I was about to say.
That's exactly what that means.
Poor baby, she was so sweet.
Yeah.
Always the innocent.
Unfortunately, that's true.
Agatha, I commend you for how well you seem to be taking this. She has no time to rest.
Nuh-uh.
She's doing this like everybody else. They don't even get a proper funeral.
So it's her own child, and she's just got to do it like anyone else.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
Is he here to kill Jarl Borg?
I don't know. It's probably what the king wants of him.
All right.
King Horik has left me no choice. Your brother will clearly not support me, but the question is, will you?
You cannot be thinking about that.
No, he is.
He's here to assassinate.
I think he's going to try, from the looks of it.
That's okay, then I see what he was talking about with that spider.
Mm-hmm.
Together, you and I can carve out a new kingdom. Isn't that what you really want? The death of your brother and the start of your own fame.
Rolo, you don't know this freaking guy. You know your brother.
Mm-hmm.
Be smarter than this. Come on.
He's dragging blood through the whole place.
Why, man? That leads him right to you.
I'm sure he intends to flee as soon as he does it.
Well, what do you say?
We're really dragging that answer out, aren't we? I feel like at this point I know what his answer is. You're not here to kill her. It's a dark ending here, man.
It is.
All the death in Kattegat.
And Ragnar's just here for his child.
Jesus, Ragnar.
I say yes.
Really, Rollo?
You're gonna fight against your own brother.
I will fight with you against my brother.
Wow.
Everything you did to support him up to this point, just gonna throw that all away.
He sure is. Jesus.
Wow.
There's no way. So that's it for season 1.
Season 1 is over.
It's in the books. And it ends in a horrible way, in a very dark and somber way.
Very much so. Like, up to this point, you know, we've been enjoying the adventures of Ragnar, raiding England and experiencing Viking culture and everything, and then we get to this final episode and it's like, wow, people are dying left and right. People are going to die in future episodes from the looks of it.
And they're not dying from battle and glory either. They're dying from sickness.
Right.
And Ragnar is off with his child in another part of the Viking world there. And he's gone and made an irreversible decision. And so has Rollo here.
Yeah.
It sounds like, at the very least so far. They're going to be prices to pay in the next season.
I say there's gonna be a lot of drama coming up because you got the whole conflict between Ragnar and Rollo. You have Ragnar having an affair with another individual who says she's pregnant with his son. We have no evidence to necessarily prove that, but he believes it.
After a couple of days, how could you possibly know that?
There's no way she could possibly know that. But at the same time, that was Ragnar's wish. He said he was promised more sons. He wants more sons. If someone comes along that can offer that to him, potentially, he seems to be jumping at the opportunity.
I suppose we could just take her at her word, because it sounds like she's going to have his child. Really feel so bad for Lagatha in that regard.
Yeah.
Because I see how that possibly destroys their family. But on the other hand, there's something else I wanted to bring up. There is a deep connection to a supernaturalness in this world with them. Like, they seem to have some kind of connection, actual connection to the gods, or at least the deity itself. Because you got the seer there who's seeing things that are actually going to happen.
Right.
He doesn't know fully what it is, but he sees it. Like, he sees some kind of shadows of things to come.
Right.
Is what I notice about that. She might even have some kind of prophetic powers about her too, if she can tell that she's pregnant already.
She could, I mean...
And because she also knew what the seer had told her, or him.
Right.
So that's something I noticed there. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. I mean, Ragnar did claim to be descended from Odin. That was one of the things that they discussed earlier on in the series. And so, you know, it makes sense that he's taking his spirituality seriously. So if, you know, he sees something that fulfills his wishes, he's going to look at it as the gods, you know, smiling down on him. I guess as far as, you know, what's happening to his family, I don't know how much that is the work of the gods and how much of it is just, you know, hey, it's the Dark Ages, this kind of stuff happens.
No, fair.
Because, you know, plague was a big deal. Even up until like the 19th century, you would constantly have diseases that are coming and wiping out large numbers of people and then just kind of disappear for a while.
Yeah, and that was pretty bad plague there that we saw for that matter. So we were talking about Bjorn in that case.
Yeah.
And how it's like he was kind of having a bad time on this trip, watching his dad cheat on his mom.
Yeah.
And right in his face too. And I said it earlier, it was better for him to have been with him anyway. So that he doesn't get sick,
right,
and potentially die, because that might have been a foregone conclusion had he stayed in Kattegat.
I think considering what happened to Gita, yeah,
she was very young, and that was bound to happen.
Even Athelstan, who was a more developed man, you know, almost died.
Yeah, got lucky. Anybody that went through that and survived got lucky. It looked like Siggy got lucky; she survived it,
but her daughter didn't.
Because you know the younger ones were perishing from it.
Yeah,
more often. But then again, so were others that were built, but you know maybe their immune systems weren't up to it. So you know, it was just a dark time for them.
But it's an interesting influence on Bjorn too, because you know earlier in the series we see Ragnar talking to him and saying, you know, hey, what's the number one thing that a man's supposed to do? Protect his family. Now here we see Ragnar out there doing the opposite. He's kind of ignoring his family and pursuing his own personal goals.
That's interesting.
And you can kind of see why Bjorn would be mad at him, because he's contradicting his own advice.
Bit of a hypocrite there.
Yeah.
And that's what you're showing Bjorn. You go and ask him that question, and then you do this. It's like, how does this protect our family?
Yeah.
Because there's more than one way to protect your family.
Right.
Sometimes you have to protect them from yourself.
And going back to your question too about the influence of the gods and everything, I'm thinking too about what Lagertha said when she was talking to Siggy. Siggy was saying, "Do you think Ragnar's in some kind of danger?" And she's like, "Not from the gods, from himself." And I think I mentioned something similar like that earlier in the series as well. Like if anything happens that goes wrong in Ragnar's life, more than likely it's going to be his own mistake than some holy influence. Yeah.
Especially if he's descended from Odin, then because the world's his oyster. It's like his journey's already been written out, so whatever happens that goes wrong, it makes sense that it's not because the gods are influencing anything.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't want to be too spoilery, but I think this is the beginning of a trend that you're going to see in Ragnar's life going into the next few seasons.
Really?
Because there's that old saying that power corrupts. And now that he's a man of station and influence and people all over Scandinavia know who he is, I imagine some of that power is kind of making him think, well, why can't I do what I want?
I see that. I guess we haven't really seen it much except for in this episode.
Right.
Him being an earl and thinking I get what I want kind of thing. But it's weird that would affect Ragnar because he didn't seek power.
He didn't, but that's not the point. The fact is now he has it. Suddenly he's less of an intellectual and more of a, well, what can life do for me?
On that note, like we saw him in the previous episode, like you said, asking the gods, like, who's going to bear my children? If you're having to ask that question and you have a good thing at home, why would you want? Forget the idea that power corrupts. Why would you want to ruin that? Just for the sake of having more children? You have a great thing going here.
Yeah.
Why would you want to get rid of all that?
The way I see it, either he blames Lagertha in a way for the death of their unborn son, and so he's just kind of saying, well, if she can't get the job done, who will?
Do you think he's kind of fallen out of love with her for it? Like he kind of resents her now?
Maybe a little bit. Maybe it's just, the stress of his job is to the point where he's, doesn't want any kind of complexities in his relationship. He just wants things handed to him. So at this point, it's like, okay, if I can't get a son out of this person, who's going to give it to me?
Wow. How people change.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely got to be some fallout from that.
Because where the season started, it's always interesting to see where a season starts, especially ones like this, and then to see kind of how they end, because they're so different.
Yeah.
Especially at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's like he started out as a humble farmer with a really beautiful family, and now he's in charge of a town, and he's got to go out there and make decisions for a king. Now. So yeah, it's just the way it started. I never really see where that's gonna end. So I didn't see it coming.
I'm gonna say this last episode was much darker than I think pretty much anything we've seen so far in this show.
Yeah, for different reasons.
And so for that reason, it was kind of unexpected.
Yeah. Oh, and we have Jarl Borg, who we've met.
Yes, we have met Jarl Borg.
And yes, we made fun of his name because his name actually is Borg and he's Swedish. And go watch Star Trek First Contact, the movie, and you'll see why we laugh at that.
You'll get the reference,
yes. If you don't know. We may watch it for you on this channel one day just because we want to. By all means, go watch it if you haven't, because that'll make perfect sense.
Yeah. But he looks like a tough guy, it'll be interesting to see how they deal with him.
He's not the kind of guy I want to fight.
No, he seems like he's a little bit smart.
He's definitely got a head for business there, because he understands the land he's on, and he's not willing to compromise for it. It's pretty rich land,
and he has a strong fortified position.
He appears to have that. Yes, I imagine he's got men at his disposal too. Very interesting times ahead. And lastly, I'm upset with Rollo now. You're choosing your ambitions over your family.
Yeah.
I feel like the writing's been on the wall this entire season about that, though, because he's kind of always had his eye out for his brother there.
Yeah.
And he's like always kind of looked at him in a weird way. Like, man, I'm jealous of you and I don't like why you're getting all this and I'm not. Well, I'm the older brother. This should be happening for me.
Well, there are a number of times where it looks like he's obviously trying to undermine Ragnar.
And I don't understand why. You know what I mean? Because Ragnar started out this journey wanting to bring his brother along to the west and make him rich.
He wants that glory because Ragnar, yes, Ragnar is a good fighter, but he's not necessarily better than anybody else out there. Ragnar got all of his glory from his intellect, right?
His intelligence.
He figured out how to get to the west. He figured out how to raid and plunder all the stuff in England. He learned all about England to make it easier for them to get away with it. So he's succeeded on his intellect, which Rollo doesn't necessarily have. But Rollo, is a big, strong guy. He does, in a way, fit the Viking ideal of a warrior. He wants to be acknowledged for that, and I think that's what's motivating him.
Okay. Well, that's fine, but unless you've got that intellect yourself, which I haven't seen any evidence of yet, you're not going to have the same glory or better glory than your brother. I don't see that happening.
No, I don't either.
It's like a stain on the person you are that if you get through this, you won't be able to wash it off.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be with you that decision will be with you forever.
I had the thought listening to Jarl Borg talk about his brother. There's a lot of kin slaying in this show.
It is, yeah.
Because Horik had to kill all of his family. Boric had to kill all of his family.
He killed his brother, in a horrible way.
There's potential there for Ragnar and Rollo to possibly kill each other. They killed Ayla's brother.
Oh my god, yeah. Really? Well, Ayla killed his own brother.
Well,
right?
through his own stupidity.
Oh, no. I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, my god, there is. Family don't mean much, I guess.
No, apparently not. They really are like Klingons.
You're just another meat sack. All right. Well, so be it then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm freaking ready for the next season right now then.
I'm gonna say, they set us up for some good action to come up here soon, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. There are things I'm looking forward to and things I'm really not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not ready for some of the realities they're gonna have to face, but I'm ready to see it all nonetheless.
Yeah, it's gonna be some terrible family drama more than likely.
Yeah, that's what I'm not ready for.
Yeah.
So, and I feel bad for Lagertha and all of this because she's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll have to find out what happens when we come back, guys. So as always, if you're brand new to this channel, I hope you'll consider subscribing and help us grow. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and hit those bells to receive notifications for whenever we drop our next video. And should you feel compelled to give us a piece of your mind, do so in the comments, guys. Also, take a look at us on our socials. We're on Instagram and TikTok. Come see what we're up to over there, guys. But until next time, this is Cocktail Flicks. I'm Joe.
I'm Dan.
We'll catch you on the flip side. Skull, everybody.
Skull.
Till next time.